Hello, fabulous fashionistas. Welcome back to Dress, Dine and Shine, your ultimate destination for everything stylish, chic, and dazzling. Are you tired of buying dresses that look amazing on the hanger but just don't flatter your body? Or maybe you feel overwhelmed every time you step into a store, unsure which dress style will truly highlight your best features? Well, worry no more. Today, we're diving deep into the Ultimate Dress Guide 2025, where we'll show you exactly how to pick the best dresses for your body type, from hourglass to pear, apple to rectangle, and even petite or plus-size beauties. By the end of this guide, you'll know how to choose dresses that make you look confident, elegant, and absolutely stunning every single time. So, grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's unlock the secret to dressing your body the right way, understanding your body type. Before we talk dresses, let's talk shapes, because knowing your body type is the first step to looking incredible. Hourglass shape. Characterized by a balanced bust and hips with a defined waist. Think Marilyn Monroe vibes. This shape naturally curves in all the right places. Pear shape. Wider hips compared to your shoulders, with a smaller waist. The goal here is to balance your upper and lower body. Apple shape. You carry weight around the midsection with slimmer legs and arms. The trick is to draw attention away from the waist and highlight your legs or neckline. Rectangle shape. Your bust, waist, and hips are almost equal. The aim is to create curves and definition where it's missing. Inverted triangle shape. Broader shoulders with narrower hips. Here, it's all about balancing your top half with your lower half. Petite and tall variations. Height plays a huge role in choosing the right dress length, waistline, and patterns. Hourglass. Embrace your curves. Hourglass ladies, you are lucky. Almost every dress style suits you. But the key is highlighting your waist without overwhelming your natural curves. Best dress styles. Wrap dresses. Hug your waist and accentuate your curves effortlessly. Ideal for both casual and evening events. Bodycon dresses. Perfect for those confident nights out. A fitted silhouette that shows off your natural figure. A-line dresses. While your waist is your main asset, A-line skirts can balance proportions beautifully. Peplum dresses. The flare at the waist enhances curves without adding bulk. Off-shoulder styles. Highlights your neckline and balances your hourglass shape. Fabric tips. Go for stretchable fabrics like jersey or satin for a snug yet comfortable fit. Avoid overly baggy or shapeless dresses. They hide your beautiful curves. Styling tips. Add a belt to any dress to instantly emphasize your waist. Keep accessories simple. Your figure is already the star. Pear shape. Balance your lower body. For pear-shaped beauties, the trick is to draw attention to your upper body while slimming the hips and thighs. Best dress styles? A-line dresses. A-line is your best friend. The skirt flows over the hips, creating balance. Fit and flare dresses, snug at the top and flared at the bottom, perfect to emphasize your waist. Off-shoulder and Bardot necklines, adds width to shoulders, balancing out wider hips. Empire waist dresses, the waistline sits just below the bust, drawing attention upwards. Asymmetrical hem dresses, adds movement and distraction to the lower half. Fabric tips. Structured fabrics like taffeta, cotton blends, or chiffon skirts flow nicely over your hips. Avoid clingy fabrics on your lower half. Styling tips. Statement necklaces, ruffled sleeves, or puffed shoulders to create an upper body illusion. Darker colors for the skirt and brighter colors for the top work like magic. Tip. Show side-by-side visuals of balanced versus unbalanced outfits. Apple shape. Highlight what matters. Apple-shaped figures tend to carry weight around the midsection. The goal is to highlight legs, arms, and neckline while creating a defined waist illusion. Best dress styles. Empire waist dresses. Flows over the midsection and draws attention upwards. Shift dresses. Straight cuts that skim the waist without clinging. V-neck dresses, creates length and focuses on the chest area. Wrap dresses, can still work is slightly looser and not too clingy around the stomach. High-low hem dresses, shows off legs while softening the midsection. Fabric tips, soft, flowing fabrics like silk, chiffon, or lightweight cotton are ideal. Avoid stiff or thick fabrics around the waist area. Styling tips, use long necklaces or statement earrings to draw attention upwards. Structured jackets or blazers over a dress can create a flattering silhouette. Rectangle shape, create curves. Rectangle-shaped figures have a straight silhouette. The key is to create curves and a defined waist. Best dress styles. Peplum dresses, adds volume to the hips and creates an hourglass illusion. Wrap dresses, cinches the waist and adds curves to your frame. Fit and flare dresses, fitted at the top, flared at the bottom, perfect for adding shape. Tiered or ruffled dresses, adds dimension to your figure. Belted dresses, instantly defines your waistline. Fabric tips, fabrics with a bit of stretch for shaping. Avoid overly straight or shapeless dresses that hide your figure. Styling tips, statement belts and layered necklaces can add dimension. Dresses with prints or color blocks help create visual curves. Inverted triangle shape, soften the shoulders. Inverted triangle shapes have broader shoulders. The goal is to add volume to the lower half while softening the shoulders. Best dress styles. A-line dresses flow over the hips, balancing your top-heavy shape. V-neck lines draws attention to the center, softening broad shoulders. Skater dresses, flared skirts add volume to the lower body. Empire waist dresses accentuate the bust minimally and creates balance. Ruffled or pleated skirts adds interest to your lower half. Fabric tips, flowy skirts, tulle or pleated fabrics for volume. Avoid heavy embellishments or padded shoulders. Styling tips, focus on eye-catching shoes or accessories for the lower half. Darker colors for the top and lighter and brighter shades for the skirt balance proportions. Petite and tall body types. Petite figures. Stick to shorter hemlines like above-the-knee dresses to elongate legs. High waist belts and vertical stripes create the illusion of height. Avoid overly long or bulky dresses that overwhelm your frame. Tall figures. Embrace long, flowing maxi dresses. They complement height beautifully. Horizontal patterns, layered textures, and belted waists break up the length. Avoid short, boxy dresses that shorten your elegant frame. Dress fabrics and patterns for every body type. Bodycon, best for hourglass or lean rectangular shapes. Chiffon and silk, flowy fabrics for apple, pear, or petite figures. Cotton and linen, casual everyday dresses for all body types. Bold prints and color blocking, used strategically to highlight your best features. Monochrome looks, especially flattering for tall or apple-shaped bodies. Accessories and styling tips to enhance your dress. Belts, perfect for hourglass, rectangle, and petite figures. Statement jewelry draws attention to the upper body for pear or apple shapes. Shoes, heels elongate legs, while flats can balance proportions. Layering pieces, jackets, cardigans, or shrugs can enhance silhouettes. Confidence, the ultimate accessory. No matter your body type, owning your style is key. Quick dress guide for every occasion. Casual outings, fit and flare or shift dresses in cotton or jersey fabrics. Work and office, structured A-line or sheath dresses with minimal prints. Evening and parties, wrap, bodycon, or off-shoulder dresses in satin or chiffon. Weddings and special events, maxi dresses, layered ruffles, or embellished gowns. Seasonal Picks 2025, pastel shades, metallic accents, and sustainable fabrics are trending. And there you have it, ladies, your ultimate guide to choosing the best dresses for your body type in 2025. Whether you're an hourglass diva, a chic pear, a radiant apple, or a tall elegance queen, there's a dress out there made just for you. Remember, it's not just about trends. It's about dressing for you, your comfort, your confidence, and your unique style. If you loved this guide, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more fashion tips, style hacks, and everything chic on Dress, Dine, and Shine. And hey, drop a comment below telling us your body type and which dress style you're most excited to try. We'd love to hear from you. Stay stylish, stay confident, and always dress, dine, and shine.